Hi, I'm Mitch Harrelson. I'm the Executive Director of Starfire. Starfire works alongside people with developmental disabilities, like Down syndrome, autism, and cerebral palsy, to build a more inclusive world. Over the past 30 years, Starfire has partnered with hundreds of people with disabilities and ordinary citizens alike to find common interests and spark connections based on those interests. Our experience of working with young adults to discover their interests to create identities exclusive of disability led us to the realization that we could get even more traction against our goal of building a more inclusive community by reaching out to families of younger children with disabilities before the labels are applied, before the can'ts, won'ts, and nevers are heard, before hurt or disconnection can occur when a family receives a diagnosis. Today, 1 in 4 families has a disability, and we're fortunate to have a strong social service network. But the question every parent of a loved one with a disability asks is, who will be in my child's life when I'm gone? And it's gone unanswered for far too long. Starfire helps individuals, families, and organizations build muscle to get their arms around self-advocacy, resiliency, and most importantly, how to build community. We operate 3 networks: Community Builders, Family Leadership, and Learning. Our Community Builders and Family Leadership networks provide mentorship, guidance, citizen advocacy, and funding to launch projects within the community to grow connections and spark relationships. Our Learning Network helps organizations ensure inclusive, diverse workforce practices. Thanks for watching the series, and I invite you to reach out to us at starfirecincy.org to learn more.
Hi, I'm Tim Vogt, and I lead the Learning Network here at Starfire. As we get ready to celebrate our 30th anniversary, I'd like to share a little of our history. Starfire was founded in 1993 by a group of wonderful families to provide social lives for their loved ones with developmental disabilities, like Down syndrome, autism, and cerebral palsy. We held outings and eventually opened a day program. While our programming was dynamic and filled a need in our community, the reality was that everyone in our building either had a disability or was paid to be there. With insight from many in the disability and inclusion community, we began to think about the importance and impact of helping people become known beyond the disability groups we had created for them. We started to wonder what gifts they had to offer the world. We didn't always know what someone was interested in, and sometimes neither did they. So we asked and did some discovery work. We worked to connect the people in our program with things they found interesting. Aaron loved to play board games and wanted to learn how to make them. So we connected him with a local woodworker. Emily was good at social media, so we helped her land a job at a local sandwich shop that needed her talents to get them more likes. This work sparked connections based on common interests versus disability, and helped people step into their own unique stories in their own unique communities. So we made the shift from day programming in a building to community building in the community. It wasn't an easy change, but it allowed for each person to make an authentic choice while recognizing individual dignity and self-worth. And it led to happiness for people with disabilities and for their families, and for the people in their community who connected with them and discovered new friendships, ones they'd never considered before. Today, Starfire teaches our community building approach to organizations around the world. And we work one-on-one with people with disabilities and their families to discover interests and create identities beyond disability and beyond paid staff to lead richer, fuller lives. Thank you for taking the journey with us to build a more inclusive world.
Hello, I'm Bridget Vogt, and I lead our Community Builder Network. We work with people with disabilities to discover interests and find places where their gifts are appreciated and to create connections in the community. We meet with each person individually each week to explore and work to answer the question, who am I and what do I enjoy? We start by exploring to discover what gifts, talents, and passions a person with a disability has. We search out places and neighborhoods that may be of interest and the people there that may be connections for the future. Some people have had limited experiences and have yet to discover all their potential gifts and the people and places waiting to receive them. We look to connect the person with others in their neighborhood or around common interests. Our goal is for the person with a disability to be known by others, with the potential that relationships can develop. As people get to know each other, we look for ways to collaborate. We support the connections to create something new for their community, from meditation circles to artist collectives. It's a very exciting time at Starfire as we enter our 30th year of service. We are working to make connections with people in the community stronger and more sustainable. We plan to continue our community projects, but with more involvement and leadership from ordinary citizens. We are starting a new effort to build circles of support around people with disabilities. The hope of these circles is to bring new connections and old friends together to be a part of the life of a person with a disability over the long term. Like our community project community building efforts in the Family Network, we'll provide small project budgets to help launch these efforts. Join us and learn more about our work at starfirecincy.org/about.
Hi, I'm Carol Combs and I lead the Starfire Family Leadership Network. Our Family Leadership Network is family-led and supports people with disabilities and their families to create lives of meaning outside the identity of disability and to become named and known in their communities. The 4 commitments provide the structure for everyone stepping into the space with us to discover their gifts, create something unique to them, grow their connections, and focus on joy. The 4 commitments also protect the space for new, fun things to grow. Each family we work alongside has access to one-to-one mentorship, free trainings, community design sessions, story hours, and more. One of the ways we work with families is through family projects. Family projects are designed to help the family discover and share their gifts with their community and live a good, connected life. We provide one-to-one mentorship, project funds, and the financial equity to the families for doing the work. Over the last 5 years, families have hosted backyard barbecues, outdoor movie nights, hip-hop dance lessons, front porch concerts, and even taught neighbors new skills like the sew and play that our family did in Hamilton. When families take that brave step into the network, it leads to beautiful things: purpose, belonging, connections, and relationships. Join us at starfirecincy.org/families.